right, let's go ahead and get started. Obviously, guys, like I said, we have the team from ZELON here. We had C's in here. I think it was about 2 weeks ago, right? With you were helping out, you're still helping them out. Doge Trust. He's a Docs community member that I talk to pretty much on a daily basis. And he lives here in the States like me. Like I said, the first time we talked about Doge Trust about 2 weeks ago, he, called me, and like I said, he was ready to dox himself off the rip. A lot of other projects that contact me aren't usually as open and, transparent upfront. So that, kind of made me feel good about everything. And then just, I said, talking to him over the past few weeks, we kind of developed a good friendship. So with that being said, he has another project that he wants to come talk to us about today. It's a project we posted at launch. I think we posted it around 7K. And I believe at the peak, it's hit over 40K, right? At the peak or something close to that. So
70K.
Oh, 70K. Okay. I'm completely wrong. Yeah. Right. So it's been about 10X from our post ATH. They've had a lot of other big callers call it, the likes of like Bossy, etc. Also, what's his name? Super Connector also called it as well, which was probably one of the initial people that really pushed it. Pump wise, but Super Connector is supposed to be giving ongoing posts. I've agreed to do ongoing posts for them. I know Bossy's going to do the same, as long as the chart stays healthy, etc. So C's is in here to talk a little bit more today about this. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with this. C, you want to give a brief little intro about yourself to everyone here that may have not been in the Doge Trust AMA, and then also kind of just let us know a little bit more about ZELON and how you kind of met the team over there and how this all got started.
Real quick, Acid, we have a bunch of people trying to join right now. If you could just let them into the group.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Acid, are you recording as well?
Yes, sir. It's being recorded. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I'm going to upload that to my YouTube. I'll wait a second, I guess, while he lets people in.
I'm waiting to see. I'm trying to see if there's nothing's popping up yet. Okay, there they go. There's a few.
Okay. So first off, let me address just what's going on, because a lot of people see my profile picture. I am a part of Doge Trust. So just to let you guys know, I started off as an investor there, and because of how hard I push and how hard I'm active in the community and helping with like marketing and things like that, I didn't start off as the owner. So that was kind of given to me, or I guess earned. Community pretty much put me in that position because of how hard I push, man. And ZELON is something that we've been planning since August, and Doge Trust didn't launch until end of September. So it was kind of as we were getting ready to launch ZELON, I got appointed to that position. So I'm definitely not going anywhere there as well. But, we already had plans for this to take off. So a little bit about me. My name is Caesar. So you guys know I'm doxed, but I'm also KYC to all the callers. This is how confident I am in myself and how safe I want you guys to feel. So I'm actually going to KYC. You guys can see my address. I don't care. This is an old address, but that's my ID right there, right? That's my actual ID, Caesar Jackson. That's my full name. I'm doxed on my YouTube. I have a company called DeFi Defenders. I've been in this space since 2020, but how I got to the space was in 2011, I was in a car accident. I had, severe back pain. I'm actually dealing with some very bad back pain right now. I'm going to be going to the doctor later to handle that. But I decided to work for myself and become an entrepreneur in 2011, having to miss, a week's worth of work and stuff, when you're working for a paycheck and you miss work, you're pretty much dead in the water. If you're not working, you're not making money. So I started off as an entrepreneur, got involved in some various businesses, MLM, things like that, network marketing. I tried a little bit of everything. In 2013, I came across Forex trading. So I became a trader in 2013, been studying and trading since then. I have my own strategy to trade, foreign currencies. I also trade stocks like NASDAQ and US 30, which is the Dow Jones. So I'm very well versed with technical analysis and how to trade and things like that. So being in that realm, I started hearing about crypto. I actually heard about Bitcoin way back early. I'm sure everyone has a story like that, but I didn't understand it. So fast forward, I started buying XRP in early 2020. I was an XRP maxi. I wouldn't look at anything else besides XRP. Friend convinced me to buy some Ethereum, some Bitcoin. I was very bullish on XRP though, so I'll be about a little bit of those. And then someone convinced me to buy Doge. I was not a big fan of Doge because I look for utility. I look for things that are going to change the market, that make a difference, and are going to be here for long term. So once I got into Doge, and then I got into Doge under like about a half a penny, and then you guys know what happened with that. It shot up to like 70 cents. So I made a really big bag on that. And once I saw that, I was like, hey, maybe there's other coins that are launching besides, putting all my money into XRP. And I started looking into what's known as shit coins or altcoins or whatnot. I invested in Decentraland very early. I invested in SafeMoon and FEG very early, GMR. I invested in Bitrise very early. So getting in those projects very early before the bull run, I was very lucky for that to be the time when I really got heavy into it. I made some big bags there. But most importantly, I got to see what the industry was like. Old school BSC is something that I wear as a badge of honor, and I'm trying to bring that back to the space with the projects I'm involved with, the people that I'm involved with, like Acid. I remember him raiding back in the day. He's one of the best raiders I've ever seen. I don't know if you still raid, but love to have you come raid for us.
I haven't in a long time, bro. I haven't in a long time. Honestly, I don't miss it. My hand. I used to do it off my phone, and I used to feel like I had arthritis in my hands, bro.
Definitely.
Bro, I would be going that hard.
The 3-2-1. So I've known Acid for quite some time. I didn't reach out to him back then. I was just kind of in the projects and things like that. So I'm well aware of him. And like you said, we've become close friends since we've started. We've been doing a lot together. So that's a little intro on me on how I got into the space. And the reason why I have my company DeFi Defenders is because I want to help change the space. I want to help bring utility to the space. And since I've gotten in since 2020, I've vetted thousands of projects. So I've seen what projects have done right. I've seen what projects have done wrong, which is something that like you guys will see with my approach to marketing, my approach to projects and things like that.
Awesome. Yeah, and like I said, not too many people will even come in a VC. I think that's the first time we've ever had someone come in a VC and just like dox their ID, and I feel like that, not, you already doxed me, but, just the confidence that you feel to, do that here publicly, just makes me feel even better about what you have going on, in our relationship as well. Because, I feel like, you're willing to be that transparent with me, right? But you're also willing to be that transparent with your investors and, the community as well.
Right.
So I really do appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, sometimes I'll do random video messages as well in the chats and stuff like that, just to show face. That's something that's missing in this space. You know what I mean? Like there's not a lot of people that are trying their utmost to make it feel safe. So I'm going to drop a bomb on you guys. So I know we're going to talk about other things, but we just extended our LP lock to the end of the year. So it was initially 30 days, or I think it was initially a week and then 30 days. So we just extended it to the 31st. So I know one of the topics we're going to be talking about is this a Halloween meme token? And it is not.
Yeah. So you, that's very bullish. You extended the LP, so it's extended to the end of the year now.
Yes, sir. We just locked it. If one of the team can put that in the private chat, if you want to pin that up or something, or let people see it.
All right. Yeah, if you post it, I would definitely have it pinned. But yeah, with that being said, you kind of want to go into how you guys kind of got here. This is somewhat of a relaunch, right? And then kind of something like the inspiration behind the token, obviously.
Yeah, so we went through quite a bit of hurdles, which Acid knows of. So our original launch, we launched the day of the hack, and I shit you not, it's 10 minutes after we launched. That's when the whole BSC scan went down because of that hacker, CZ shut everything down. So it was a swift jab to the gut. And that pretty much caused issues with our CA developer. We were unable to communicate with him because the hours that it was down, he's in Europe, So we ended up having issues with LP. So we ended up having to do a relaunch. And we only had diamond hands in. We had reached out to close friends, like we've got Sustev, we got Whalebomb, we got some callers, some base callers that were in. I even have my mother in this thing. So this is, we've got some normies. And I have a good friend of mine who drove up to my house yesterday to buy a max bag of ZELON because he knows how hard I push and what we're going, what we're going to be doing, So we went through quite a bit of hurdles, man. And then even with the relaunch, I had tried to reach out to some big callers, being as, I wouldn't say I'm well known in this space. I'm kind of making a name for myself because before, everything was, in my opinion, more private before this caller meta. So I actually have a call channel. I wouldn't really call it a call channel. It's an educational channel, and I'll post some of the things that I get into, but I also post Forex trades and things like that. That was actually opened, I think, before even one of the first call channels to come about. You know what I mean? So I've been in this space for quite some time, but that was a private group. It's not like how it is now where it's public and things like that. And I've had like a solid 200 members back then. When I called Bitrise on July 13th. I invested $75 that went into, as of March this year, was worth $189,000. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say like I'm well known in this space, but I've been in this space, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So we've gone over a lot of hurdles. Right now, it's really just proven that we're safe. Because there's so many scams and things like that. But if you guys, I'm going to share my screen real quick so I can give you guys an example of what we did here with.
Man, so you guys had the luck of launching on the same day BSC crash run.
Yeah, we had the luck, man. I remember talking with you, and there's been. I've shared my emotions with you. At times, it's been a little rough, but I don't. I might have to take a step back for a second, but I keep on going, man. A lot of other teams, if you agree, a lot of other teams would have gave up plenty of times with the stuff we've been through. But we're still pushing.
I 100% agree, and that's definitely something I've appreciated about you. Is like, even though I do, get good, the good vibes from you, and I just know the current climate of the market, right? So like whenever, like I remember what was happening with the ZELON. The launch, kind of started a little slow, but you told me that was the plan. You guys wanted to get paper hands out and just get solid holders in. And then out of nowhere, it just pumped, right? Like super crazy. So no, 100%. Right. Yeah. Like I honestly, bro, that surprised me, cause I remember we're talking behind the scenes and everything. You're trying to get going. And that pump surprised me. Like I didn't, it came out of nowhere. I remember you telling me like, bro, like I just got, so yeah, bro, I'm super, super excited, for the future of this token and, have been, super impressed with how you've been running it up to this point.
Thank you, man. I truly appreciate it. I'm going to go over a timeline and then I'm going to talk about the team as well because it's not just me. I kind of just put my face out there because I don't care. But yeah, so we started off as a slow moon because we knew with the relaunch it would be dumb to try to just push it really hard. We did have some airdrops, but these are all diamond hands. Like we check all these sells and stuff, and all these are from newer buyers. We've had a solid floor. As you can see, it's rising. But we started off very slow. We definitely wanted a slow moon, and we ourselves have obviously, done everything we can in our power to allow it to breathe, give it some space. Because a lot of the times, these stealth launches and meme tokens or degens or whatever low cap market coins, they do pre-launch marketing and it's really hyped and it gets bought, it gets sniped. So from the beginning, I had a strategy. So I feel like a lot of projects don't really have strategy. It's like, okay, form a project, make a website and this and that, and then, do a bunch of pre-launch marketing, and then you get some taxes, and then you keep going caller. I think it's very bearish in my opinion. So what we did was we started off building the community, but our launch was done through Launch Shield. So shout out to Wolfeye, we have some Chads from Wolfeye in here. I'm sure Devin and Mooney are in here. They're super chatty. Hunter. And Launch Shield, what it does is it prevents bots from getting in the launch. So what they do is they whitelist their swap, and it doesn't even let bots get in at all. You have to go through, it's manual buys. So it's fair for everyone. So we launched Launch Shield to prevent bots. So that's how far we were thinking. We were thinking from the very beginning, how do we prevent bots from getting multi-wallets? And even if you blacklist them, it still screws up the launch. You know what I mean? So from the very beginning was planned methodically, So we had some callers early on. So shout out to Yummy, shout out to Achilles, shout out to Bruiser, Gamble, shout out to Nobita. They're all constantly posting us. SusDev, Whale Vomit, they've all been constantly posting us. And just by being based, we've gotten tons of free calls. We had a call that we didn't even know of from one of the members one of the nights just because of that. But yeah, so we slow mooned it. And then I'm connected. I'm getting more and more connected. Obviously, I know Acid, and Acid has connected me with his. He's very based in this space. But I'm I'm very close to Super Connector. So this huge pump right here was from Super Connector. He called it out to his diamond hands, to his whales, and this is where this huge pump came from. I felt at that time we were ready for a push. You know, we're not just going to slow moon the whole time. So that's what happened here. And then we had some sellers, and I strategically try to do marketing around dips instead of just marketing. And, you know, if people come into our chat, we have a way of telling them, like, look, this is not your regular token. This is not your regular team. You know, we're not going to just do caller after caller after caller and deplete our marketing wallet. I'm a business owner as well, like I said, DeFi defender. So I know that you got to have an ROI on your marketing dollars in order for it to make sense as a business. So I'm approaching this as a business. So, you know, there's no sense in calling or using a marketer or influencer when you're at all-time highs. Anything, people use that as exit liquidity. So when you do it on dips, you're going to see just like this. So by looking at this chart, you know, some people might not like the word, but we're definitely fucking Jeeps. Every single time. If you see here, we're just continuously like, okay, go ahead, sell. You know, I've bought back quite a bit. Some of the team has bought back quite a bit, but we schedule our marketing around these dips. So everything is really strategic, as you can see in our chart, and this rising floor as well. So just to give you guys an overview of the chart, but I want to talk about the team. So the team consists of Peanuts here, Bush is here, Tepe is here. They've all been a part of different projects. Some projects over 30 million, one of them over 70 million. That was our contract dev. Had made the contract for Step, which made hit over 70 million. One of our guys, Tepe, was involved in SafeFirm, where I made a huge bag. I mean, a huge bag, well over 1,000x. And we all met originally in a rug well over a year ago, like a year and a half ago. We all got rugged together in this project called Quick Bounty. They messed up everything. I mean, like literally messed up everything from launch. I think the pre-sellers could sell, or it was a huge thing. We all lost money, but we all banded together. Like, hey man, let's prevent things from like this happening, or let's share safe projects. That's really what started. We had a small group. I think it was called DGen Talk. And there's been several projects that came out of there. SafeFirm was one of them, where we made a lot of money. So we've known each other for quite some time. And everyone's has been either a moderator or a key team in this project or that, but we've never done our own. So we've been talking.
I'm going to get off track. Bro, you were in SafeFirm?
Yeah, I was in SafeFirm. I was pre-sale SafeFirm, bro.
That's crazy. That's who's the owner on that? Astro, what was his name? Astro Champ or something like that?
I don't know. Tepe, if you can message in the core chat.
No, I'd ask because I helped him out a little bit. Like I was rating for them. I remember I was rating for SafeFirm because I remember they did a.
That might be where I remember you.
Yeah, probably, bro.
Acid, I'm pretty sure it was Astro Boy.
Yeah, Astro. Yeah, okay, yeah. I was working with Astro for sure.
Yeah. One of our team members was a core team member on there, Tepe. So we're everyone in this team has been in this space for quite some time, has been a part of a team or something like that, but never collectively have we done something. So we actually started forming some plans back in I think it was June or July. We got together like, hey man, we should do a project. Let's put everyone together. And Peanut actually brought me in because they had like a smaller group of them within that DGen talking about doing a project. And Peanut's like, yo, we should bring Season. And they brought me in and we started forming something. So there's a very bullish concept that we had. And we didn't want to launch it like in the bear market, so we started thinking, let's do something fun. Let's do something that is bullish, for the time being and see what we can go with it. So we're thinking about just doing something short term. But then I actually came up with the concept of ZELON, and I'm going to explain like what ZELON is and the concept of everything. So this is not a short-term play. It was supposed to be, but then it became so bullish that we're like, wow, this thing could actually take off. You know what I mean? So that's the team. And now let's go over what ZELON is. So I'm going to go over the website. So you remember back in the day, Acid, when projects actually took time out to like create a backstory and
yeah. I remember that when projects literally didn't just launch, pump and dump in like five minutes and then move on to the next one next day.
Exactly. So there's been a lot of thought behind this this project. I came up with the concept of ZELON, which is zombie Elon, and then the team kind of took it off and found some old tweets of his, and let me share the tweets real quick so it'll make sense.
So like you had said, just to be clear, this originally was launched before even the Halloween kind of meta was coming down, right?
Yeah, we were thinking about this before Halloween. We were like, well, it'd be good to launch around Halloween to get the hype of Halloween, but it's really not a Halloween token. So if you guys see here, Elon Musk had this is January, so it wasn't Halloween. Zombie apocalypse, doesn't matter whether it's Halloween or not. You're going to get your brains eaten year round. So the rumor that I'm secretly creating a zombie apocalypse to generate demand for flamethrowers is completely false, right? And then when the zombie apocalypse happens, you'll be glad you bought a flamethrower, works against hordes of the undead, or your money back. So, he's a very funny guy. His humor is one of a kind, in my opinion, for a billionaire and serial entrepreneur. So his flamethrowers are called Not a Flamethrower from his Born company. So a play off of his words is Zealon. So he's a zombie, right? But not a zombie. Just like the flamethrower is a flamethrower, but not a flamethrower. Right, so we put a lot of thought in this. So it's inspired by Elon Musk's sarcastic zombie apocalypse tweets from 2018, in an attempt to debunk the Twitterati's playful but false accusations of Elon's plan to ignite a worldwide zombie apocalypse. Right, just so he can sell his not a flamethrowers. So our goal here is to make Elon laugh. We feel like one of the easiest ways to get an interaction on social media is to make someone laugh. You break down those barriers, you make them laugh. So our thought is if we can make him laugh, we're going to easily get a like or retweet, right? I don't think any project has done this yet. You've got the Elon goats and you got the Elon gates and all these things. But I don't think anyone went for a laugh with him yet, so we're kind of using his own humor against him. And I'll go into some of the things on how we plan on getting him to laugh. Right, so we've had extra tokens and we've burned quite a bit of the supply, and it stands for zombies. So the whole theme of the project, again, we've got text, we've got some text that go along with this. We put a lot of thought into it. So when we burn tokens, it's burning zombies with a flamethrower, so to speak. Right. Tokenomics 10 and 12, 60% is marketing and operations, 15% is auto LP. I believe we took off the burn because of the issues we had. So this was made for our original. So I actually have to update this. And then we also have 10% charity. So we did donate to a charity called Ween Dream, and they help underprivileged kids get costumes for Halloween. We actually have a video from her that I can share as well. And how we helped a few children for Halloween have costumes that wouldn't have had them. So, and then we have a brain map, so we're definitely not looking for a pump and dump. It definitely wasn't just a 1 month thing or a Halloween thing. And then of course we go into Zealon for Good on how we're helping these kids get costumes for Halloween. So that's the concept behind Zealon. It's not just a one and done type of thing. We definitely think we can make him laugh. So some of the ideas we have to make him laugh is not even just spamming him or targeting him, although we do have a 10 BNB bounty if he was to retweet or tweet about Zealon. So if you can get him to tweet or retweet, you get 10 BNB. And as our market cap grows, we're going to up that to 15 to 20 to whatever, much higher. So that way, if you can get Elon to tweet, we're going to reward you. And obviously all of our bags are going to pump a crazy amount if he likes or retweets us.
And outside of the bounty program, what other plans do you guys have to kind of get him to recognize you guys? Do you guys have any other things kind of that might be that you can share?
Mm-hmm. I know you got some insiders. So our thought process is not just to target him. We want to target people close to him. So we know his mother, Mae Musk, has a Twitter account. His brother, some close associates. We were thinking about all the top employees for all the companies that he works with, you know, SpaceX, Boring Company, which has the flamethrowers. So we're thinking if we can get someone close to him to laugh and they might share it with him, then he'll laugh, maybe retweet or something, and maybe bring up his old joke about the zombie apocalypse. And also, we're going to be asking him if he's a zombie, and obviously he's going to respond like, I'm not a zombie. And that right there is enough right there to show like he's paying attention. You know what I mean? So that's one of our concepts. Another one, and I'm not very bearish on this concept. I'm not very bullish on this concept for other projects. It's billboards, right? Billboards to me, when they first came out, were bullish, but I think it was just the hype that was behind them. Oh, there's going to be a billboard, so other people bought, but no one looking at that billboard is buying. You know what I mean? But we were thinking about doing a SpaceX billboard because SpaceX, Elon. Again, this could make an employee laugh. It could become a joke, you know, something like that. So at a higher market cap, we are considering doing it. It's not set in stone. But I think if you do a billboard strategically, like something towards Elon, you know, SpaceX could be a you know, something that could help us get that attention from Elon. So we're thinking of everything. We have quite a few other ideas I won't share right now. But you know, we're always going to be innovating. We're always going to be pushing to think of new ways to get him to like a retweet. Because if he likes or retweets us, that's like 20, 50 million. You know what happened with Catcoin. So, or not Catcoin. I'm sorry, Santa Floki.
Shit, everything he posts that has a coin. Dude, I remember, I know this is crazy and kind of off topic, but like the biggest loss I ever took in this space, bro. I had 100 BNB in this project and they basically rugged it. And it was called Infinity Token. And then Elon randomly, like they had rugged the project for like 2 months, bro. And Elon randomly tweeted, I love Halo Infinite. And they fucking came back in the chat, bro, and pumped it up to where I would have made like 300 BNB, bro. And like they just came back for that day and like hyped it up off the Elon tweet. So I'm already knowing how crazy Elon tweets can send projects, bro. But I just a little story I wanted to share there. But yeah, no, I feel you, bro. If you can get his attention, this can definitely send insane. Hey, C's, you're muted. You're muted, brother.
Sorry. So one other concept too, as far as that's concerned, we're also going to look into influencers on Twitter who probably stand a better chance of getting his attention. We're looking into possibly paying some of those guys as we grow, because a lot of those big ones, you know, Bitlord, Messiah, all those guys, they cost a lot, you know. So at a higher market cap, we're considering paying some of those top Twitter influencers to tweet at him about this joke. In hopes, again, you know, for him to like and retweet. So we've got a whole plan behind that, you know, long term. Again, it's not bound by Halloween. It's not bound by any holiday. You know, it's zombies. Zombies are year round. So.
AOC, let me just say real quick on the note of what Asa was saying about the power of an Elon tweet. So I was in this one Dag Doge, and all he did was like a picture of like they took of outside of his SpaceX, right? And that shit went like 20x. I made bank on it. That's the power of an Elon tweet. It's hilarious. It's crazy.
It is hilarious. It's insane, bro.
Yeah, he holds so much power over our wallets.
100%. Something like this that's affiliated with his name would only amplify it even more, I feel like, you know?
Right, and that's why we put so much thought behind it. You know, it's, again, like... I thought of it, but like the team, like Peanut and Bullish and everyone else, like took it and ran with it and created this whole backstory and everything. It's pretty crazy. It's like a lot of thoughts put behind it.
And also, some of these projects, that was their only base, was to, you know, what, like, I'm not going to keep mentioning other projects and talking shit on them and whatnot, but a lot of their only purpose was to get that Elon tweet. We got a lot more going for us. That's not our sole focus, but, you know, we know the power that would hold as well.
Yeah, 100%. I was going to ask you, so you guys had mentioned with the whole not a flamethrower thing, like with the burns, you guys have like any like cool animations you got? Kind of like similar to like a buy bot when you like do the burns, you like post like a however much you're burning with like a little animation of the flamethrower.
So we use GIFs and stuff like that, but that's a good thing. We like hearing ideas, and I mean I consider you part of our community because you're helping. You know, you're not just calling us and doing the name, hey, you're actually helping me with marketing, you're helping with ideas, you're helping connect me with other people. So we always look for ideas and concepts from our community. So that's a good idea for whenever we do it, because when we do burns, we actually ask our community. Hey, we kind of like, well, last one we were like asking them to add numbers together, and it really didn't matter. We're just getting them to get involved, and then we burned a ton of tokens at once. So we would love to do something like that and continue to involve the community.
100%. And you just touched on marketing. Like, obviously, like you said, I'm helping you out behind the scenes. You've obviously got a super connector on board, which you said is kind of going to be some ongoing promotion. You've got Boxy on board. Like you said, you plan to target some more influencers on Twitter that will kind of help you reach Elon. Do you want to touch a little bit on kind of what else you have planned marketing that you haven't shared with us?
Yeah. So, as far as marketing goes, we're right now we're looking again, being our first project, a lot of projects are hesitant because there's so many scams and people that are just not legit, you know what I mean? So I kind of have the burden of proof to dox and KYC to everyone, but even then it's not, enough. But with Acid helping us, we're actually looking at a huge caller that we're trying to lock down. I actually spoke with him earlier about it. That will send us. If you guys look at the chart, we've had quite a bit of support. We've had some really good callers that have come in already. I don't know if you know Easy Reviews, Easy Calls. So he actually did a call on Twitter for us, and he said at 100K he'd do a free call for us. So we've got some people that are constantly updating us without us even asking, and some that will come as well with time. We definitely wanted to show like, hey, this is not like a 1 or 2 day project, which in this space right now, if a project will last longer than 48 hours, it's something to pay attention to. You know what I mean? But as far as marketing, we've been constant. We've been strategic with our marketing. We have not let our marketing wallet get depleted, to where we're just like stuck. You know what I mean? We've been doing everything strategically. Again, waiting for dips and things like that before, using the next caller, etc. So definitely, marketing is going to continue. It's, again, like Peanut said, it's not just our whole basis of trying to get Elon to like or retweet. That's just going to fucking send us to the moon for sure. But we're going to constantly look for different marketing. I have some connections, so I'm gonna pull on those connections. We may do some more AMAs. I see some bullishness in the chart right now. I see some buys coming in. I see some people paying attention to us. So appreciate you guys. But I think the best form of marketing is a strong community. And if you guys see our floor and our diamond handers, that's, I think, is one of our best marketing tactics. So in our community, we do lots of giveaways. We just did a meme contest. Every once in a while, do some games and stuff like that, like pick a number. Or, I did recently, what's your favorite food? And everyone put in what their favorite food was. And then I put it on the spin, the wheel spin or whatever. And then also there's this tip bot from Doge Tools that we use a lot. And I kind of go crazy and I'll give out BUSD for people who are active, who are rating, who are shilling. So definitely, I think the basis of our marketing boils down to a strong community, and then aligning that with the actual influencers and marketing, which, as you guys know, Acid is helping us with his connects. It helps a lot having Acid on our side for sure. He's going to be helping line up some very powerful heavy hitters, people that probably wouldn't even consider us. But because Acid is close with them, he's going to be putting us in touch and getting us those fire callers.
Yes, sir. Of course. And like you said, if a project lasts longer than 2 days, it's like you said, it's kind of sad that it's gotten to the point where it's like, oh, it lasts longer than 2 days. Like I should look into this. But no, like how I said kind of here, the gradual growth of the chart. It's been launched for at least it's been over 4 or 5. It's been like 5 days, right? More, right? How long have you been launched?
Week.
Sorry, October 19th.
October 19th. So this has been launched for like almost 2 weeks. Oh, okay, a week and a half. Yeah. So the fact, the chart looks so solid after a week and a half shows you guys have some people, that had the intention of launching a project and running it the legit way. And not only that, you guys have people who are holding, and obviously the people you got in early are pretty good holders, because I mean, clearly they're holding the chart. And I feel like that's the issue with a lot of these, like you said, stealth or, fair launches that are launching nowadays, is they're not getting in, people that are legit trying to hold their chart, or people they even know, So, I do applaud the way the chart looks, and the chart looks very healthy, bro. Chart looks very healthy.
Thank you, man. I know that's going to help with our marketing too, because that's one of the first things I ask for is TG and chart. So yeah, man. I mean, having everything, again, it boils down to being strategic. Just like in business, I felt like a lot of people in crypto had no idea about business. Some of them may have been lucky with a good project, but there's really just not a lot of strategy used in some of these, especially in degens. From the beginning, like you said, there's an issue with people holding. There's an issue with bots. So like from the launch shield aspect, okay, let's boil down everything that's wrong with projects now. They have bots that multi it, and they'll no matter how hard you try to pump it, they're just going to dump on you and it's going to kill the project. So we X'd out bots, and then we also needed diamond hand holders. So we reached out to people that we knew. Like I said, my mother is holding this. My mother, the lady who birthed me, is holding this token. A good friend of mine came in person, drove up here to talk to me and buy a bag yesterday. That's actually this huge candle right here. That's his big bag right there.
He's doing that IRL marketing.
Exactly. IRL. And actually, I'm actually going to reach out to other few people in real life as well to get them on board. So yeah, I mean, there's bots, there's people who don't hold, and then there's the constant, one call, one next call, and then you deplete your marketing wallet, and then you're dead in the water. So we took all these factors into consideration. And I personally, I'm in charge of like strategic marketing, and this was the plan that I had was, let's do this way, let's launch this way, let's get diamond hand holders in, let's not do call after call, let's let the paper hands get out, let them get impatient. Like we normally haven't done marketing on weekends. So I want to say rest in peace to this, a few people, but rest in peace to this one guy in particular. His name was Matt, and he was constantly talking about calls, like, hey, I can get you callers. And we just ignored him, you know what I mean? Because the community was just like, look, this is not that token. And everyone knew that. And no one responded to him for 2 hours. And then he put the / kick me thing. So we always say rest in peace to Matt, because he did that probably around here. So, he's left in the dust, but again, yeah, everything's been strategic. And of course, going forward, we're still going to be strategic. Having partners like yourself, Acid, and a few other people have helped us as well, has been instrumental. I feel like the best thing you can do in this space is make good, solid connections. And that's why I have no problem doxing my ID. If there's new people on here, I'll do it again. I did it in the beginning, but I have no problem just showing you my full ID. I'm not going to blur anything. That's an old address, so I don't care. And, I got my Glock next to me anyway, so run up on me if you want.
I've had people, I'm not even trying to go there, but I've had people say crazy things. I'm like, bro, I live in Texas. You can come down here if you want, bro.
I live in Florida. Don't do it. Don't do it.
But 100%, bro. Like I said, I appreciate the transparency, just like kind of off the rip. And yeah, I 100% agree. Like, I know I have a call channel myself, but like I know I have told you like recently, like, bro, do not just keep on going out and paying callers, because like it's such a stupid meta in my opinion. Like even having the channel myself, just from the marketing perspective, like when I'm trying to push projects and like just when call, like how you said, rest in peace, Matt. Like these people that just wait on calls and then like they're just trying to sell on the call anyway. But it's just ridiculous. It's like they just expect and at the end of the day, a lot of times it's not even organic volume. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these call channels have bots that buy in on their own calls and then they fucking dump it anyway. And it's not even organic volume anyway. So it's like at the end of the day, it's just something to satisfy the quick, kind of flipper, the person that's trying to get in and out of your chart. Which you have to have some sort of those people to keep, some volume. So like it is crucial to have some of those people, but if the majority of your holders are those people, that's when the projects are just going to die.
Right. It's a necessary evil, but you gotta, if you're a smart project, you're gonna limit those people, and you're gonna let them get out. You can see, like, we let them get out, and then boom, as soon as they're out, like, we've got something lined up, just like what we're talking about. Me and Acid are actually talking right now of something that's huge lined up. I don't want to, speak before it, but I'm sure we're gonna speak here in the next hour or two after this AMA. I'm sure he's a busy guy right now. After this, we're gonna talk about that next move, man. So, one thing that I love about this community that we formed is, like, they trust us. They're like Mooney. Mooney, I don't know if you speak on VC or Devin or any of the Wolf Eye guys, man. If you feel free to speak up, because they are some of our biggest supporters. Not only because we use Launch Shield, just because of how base we've been, man. And like we've had several community members come up that are now admins that support us because they see, like, hey, these guys just don't stop working. I'll be honest, like, I've been working 16, 18 hours a day. I just heard my girlfriend a couple minutes ago slam a door. She's pissed at me, man. I might be single, but we're going to move the fuck out of this.
No, I feel that, bro. 100%, bro. But nah, bro. I was gonna ask this. So who is the contract dev? I saw people in the chat too.
Yeah, the contract dev is actually passed on, but it was from the Cat Dev. He's a Pink Cell Seifu verified dev. He's the one who made the contract for Step with the 70 million all-time high. And what happened was, he's busy. He just made the contract for us. We needed someone to make a contract, and we've got connections, like I said. So we reached out to him. Him being a very good dev and knowing coding and things. So he made it for us, and then he renounced it, and then gave control of the contract to one of our team's wallets. Which is Tepe. So he's able to extend the Pink Cell lock like we just did to the end of the year, and then also modify taxes. So there is no owner, but there's a wallet that can interact with the contract.
All right, awesome. And then, like you said, you guys did have some friends that you kind of got in. Did you guys have a private sale at all?
Nope, no private sale. This is all funded. This website, everything, our buy bot gifts. Again, this is all strategic. Everything's been out of pocket. We don't. I think with a lot of these degens doing private sales, it's very bearish. Like, those private sale people are just going to dump on you. So rather than that, we put up our own funds. I put quite a bit in, and me and Peanut have definitely put in quite a bit into the project to help push it and keep it going. Again, we've been fortunate enough to be in some big projects. So, we're not going to say we're whales or anything like that, but we're able to make sure that we don't need a private sale for something like this. So we've paid for everything out of pocket up front. So no private sale, nothing like that. We had people that just bought in, and people, like, the first people that bought in, there was no marketing done. We all just told each other, like, hey, go find some solid people that can hold the floor, and that's what we did. So everyone that's here is an investor as well.
Okay, but you guys started with a sort like some sort of LP, right? What kind of LP did you guys start with?
So we started with 3 BNB LP.
Okay.
Again, from our own pocket. Starting market cap was 4K.
4K, and then you said ATH was 70K, so about ATH from starting market cap, you've done a good 25x or so.
Well, if you include our first original one that got fucked from Binance being down, that was 1K. Actually, it wasn't even 1K.
Sorry, we relaunched at 2.5K.
2.5K. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I believe that was right around 2.5. But our original one, Peanut, wasn't it like 500 market cap?
650.
650 market cap. So if you go back from there, because we did inject the LP for the relaunch. But if you go back from there, we went to 50K on that original one as well. So, and that was with no marketing. I think I was talking to you, Acid, about that. Like, we weren't able to get anyone. Remember, I was like freaking out, like, no one's responding, everyone's busy. I think everyone was in Dubai, and I'm like, bro. And the finance went down, and I'm like, bro, what would he do? Like, I was freaking out. I was like, come on, man. Like, we like
ZELON broke BSC. Just remember that.
That's exactly what we're saying.
But nah, bro. Yeah. With that being said, what do you guys have planned from this point out, to kind of keep this project pushing outside of I know you went over, a good amount of things. But like utility wise, you guys have anything coming like down the pipeline for the project that's going to be kind of, giving other reasons outside of the tweet and the meme part?
Yeah, so I don't want to say anything's for sure because we're taking things one day at a time, of course. But we do have extra tokens, so we're going to be locking those extra tokens here shortly. We just got to figure out what we're going to do. So we may be this website is actually made for staking, so we can add staking. We're going to ask the community. I know a lot of staking is a utility, but it's not like something that's very unique. You know what I mean? But so we do have extra tokens if we decide to stake. We have extra tokens for Sex Exchange. I have some connections that can get us on one, but we need to have obviously a higher market cap and some volume. So if you're watching this and you're holding by not financial advice, you may want to get a little bit more. If you're not, we have things in place to where we can do those things at a higher market cap. All we need is just solid holders like we've had and continuous growth. So possible staking. And then also we were playing around with the idea of a P to E game at a higher market cap because it's not cheap. And I do know a guy who does really, really good work at a reasonable price, but that's going to be considerable, for us to have to pay for, of course. So possibly P to E in the future. And we do have a utility that we could bring to market, but we were very hell bent on like saving it for the bull run. So if this thing explodes, like crazily, we could consider bringing that utility to ZELON. Also, just speaking back on what I said before, I've been in the space since 2020, so I'm not like a super OG or nothing. But by vetting all these projects, thousands of projects before I invest in them, I've seen what people have done right, what have done wrong, and in that midst, I know a lot of things that need to be fixed in the space. As I'm sure you do, Acid. A lot of us, I'm sure, have thoughts of utility. So you never know. There could be something up our sleeve, at much higher market caps that we'd be willing to bring to Zealon. But yeah, again, this is not like a short-term play, mid-term play. It's something that we think has some legs, and bringing utility to it is definitely something that's on the table. For sure. So that's why we have those extra tokens. That way we can see how everything unfolds. You know what I mean? If we decide to do P to E, if we decide to do staking, we have those tokens. Sex listings, we have the extra tokens. And we'll lock those, of course. We're not worried about that. We just extended the LP to the end of the year as well. Because in my opinion, the LP is the investors. It's not ours. It's not the developers. You know what I mean? We all bought in as well on our launch, so we hold tokens ourselves. We're investors ourselves.
And then I was going to touch on this when you mentioned it earlier. So if everything goes as planned, of course, you guys plan to lock that LP even longer, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I have no problem locking it for insane times, but you never know, like what if we may have to pivot or change something. So we don't want to, do what some of these projects do when they do like 70 years or something like that. We want to make sure like, hey, if there's something smart that we need to do, then we'll do that. We'll talk to the community and stuff. But as far as like pulling LP, like this is Seifu 100%. I got my face on it. You guys see my ID. Everyone that's in the team, we originally met in a rug. And that's the last thing we would ever do because we know how that feels. We lost quite a bit of money on rugs, and I'm sure you as well. We're very, very much against that. So.
No, yeah, I've met a good amount of people in rugs, bro. And of course, yeah, no, I 100% agree. Like, if the project is safe and like you have your face on it and you're as doxed as you are, like, having the LP a little bit more like malleable, kind of where you can change it and, adjust it based off, what happens in the future of the project, kind of does leave room to make it a little bit more bullish in the future, in my opinion. If it was just locked, like you said, like 70 years and something were to go wrong, it's like harder to fix it,
Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot more that you have to go through. You got to send tokens and all that stuff. So we don't want to put ourselves in a corner there, but we also want to let people know, hey, this is not short term. This is safe. We're not going to run off. Like we're not going anywhere. Honestly, with this project, we're looking to make a name for ourselves. Like I said, we have some very, very bullish utility that we wanted to launch in the bull run. So who knows? You guys stay with us, support. Let's make BSC great again with Zealon, man. That's really the whole concept behind everything. Let's bring it back to the old days where people would hold projects and not just buy into this project and then sell it and then get into this project. Like I track some of the sellers and I seen some of the dumb shit that they bought after selling ZELON, and I see them in rugs. I see them in the recent projects that have rugged or have farming devs in it. We're safe. We're not going anywhere. We're going to continue innovating. We're going to continue interacting with the community, doing giveaways and stuff like that. We're here to make a name for ourselves, but also make our investors happy and make money. Let's make BSC great again.
Let's make BSC great again for sure. Last year when I got in, it was a glorious time, bro. And I for sure, like you said, you have homies who like pulled up to buy this. I have a lot of friends who didn't get a chance to taste it last time, so they're just waiting on the sidelines for the next time for BSC to be quote unquote great again, right? But nah, bro, like that's the job of people like me and you, just try to make this space as safe as possible. And I appreciate you, like I said, with the transparency up front for meeting you, and then also being as transparent with my community. We really do appreciate it over here. And also, I was going to go into a few questions I saw here in the text chat. So I think you guys pretty much answered most of these. If some of them are kind of pretentious and repetitive, I understand, but some people may have missed certain parts of the AMA. So
real quick before you do the question, do you do a giveaway on your AMAs?
Honestly, bro, we do sometimes, but it's not like a staple. But I mean,
all right, let's do a giveaway. We'll do something small, $50. Do something like 50 BUSD. So we'll give it away to some good questions.
Okay. So the first question I saw in here was what plans do you guys have to keep the hype after Halloween ends? I know, like you said, this isn't like a Halloween token per se, but I can see, like I even asked you myself whenever you first brought it to me. So I could see how the perception would some people would think that. So what's the plans, kind of after Halloween? And you like I said, you may have already went over some of these things, but I don't know if they were here for the whole AMA or whatnot.
Yeah, no worries. I will readdress it. No problem. I mean, it's really everything that we discussed. So I'll bring this back up real quick because it's really just based off of these tweets is how we kind of came up with it. Well, I came up with Zombie Elon, and then we I believe Bullish, or one of the core team members, actually found this about Elon. So this is not from Halloween. This is January 2018 that he posted these, and again, we're not just focused on getting him to like and retweet. We just think we stand a really good chance for him to like and retweet us. So, I mean, a combination of, not being based on Halloween, zombie apocalypse is something that goes year round. Zombie movies don't just launch on Halloween, zombies are year round, you know what I mean? So just the concept alone, really is, we wanted to use the Halloween hype of it, to kind of bring some people in and take notice. But as people come in, we're telling them every single chance we get, we're not a Halloween meme token. We're not a Halloween meme token. We're an Elon meme token. Elon is not going anywhere, right? He just bought Twitter. There's going to be tons of activity, and we really think we can make him laugh, which, long term, that'll definitely give us a huge, insane spike. You know what I mean? But, with that being said, we are going to look into utility. Like I said, we have the extra tokens to do staking, to do P2E, possibly bring to market one of the utilities that we're kind of like holding on to for the bull run that can go insane. Things that haven't been seen before. And, as someone who's vet projects, I'm not into name dropping a lot, but I mean, this one already took off, so I don't really care. But for instance, Alvi Chain, why did the Alvi Chain take off? Because they're the first blockchain to do a virtual reality exchange. So when you see first, that's something to pay attention to, and those projects can take off if they're doing first to market utility. So we've got stuff up our sleeves. It's not just what meets the eye, but we also know like it would be dumb to launch a first to market utility at this market cap in the state of the market. You know what I mean? So we've got to see like, hey, okay, these people are holding, our marketing is going smoothly. We're crushing all time highs. And if we see that support, as a team, then we'll feel safe to bring, that unseen utility to market. So definitely utility would be something that takes us further than Halloween, but also it is fun. It's that's what meme tokens are supposed to be. Doge, like Shiba Inu, none of those started with utility. You know what I mean? It's just a meme token. So the meme, quite simply, is ZELON, zombie Elon, but he says he's not a zombie. You know what I mean? So there's more of a backstory. I'll have to get that. I'll get it to you. Acid, you can pin it up in your private group.
All right, awesome. All right, there's a few more questions that I see here in the chat.
I had a question, if you can answer.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? So I was wondering, if you don't ever get Elon to retweet about you guys, will it still push? If so, what are your plans to push it without a retweet?
I'm in the same plans of any other meme token, man. So I mean, I know we're putting ourselves in the spotlight here. Like, hey, we can get an Elon like a retweet, but that's not our definition of the project, I guess you could say. But we do think, compared to other projects that he has liked or retweeted, such as Santa Floki and other ones, that we stand a good chance. Because making someone laugh, if you can make someone laugh, you break down those barriers. So I think this is something he would laugh at, because it's based on his own joke about starting a zombie apocalypse. You know what I mean? So I think it's something that we could, we have a good chance at doing it, but that's not all we're based on.
Okay, cool. Sounds good, man. I will definitely be throwing in a little bag myself. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Not a problem, man. Join the community, brother. We need some solid people, and Acid on me like the rain is an OG, bro. Someone I truly fucking respect. Like you said, we're trying to help save the space, so I would love to have you part of the community and build from there.
No doubt, man. I'll see you there.
For sure, brother.
Thanks.
All right, I was gonna ask real quick. This is actually an important question. There's a few other questions I'm seeing, but what are the taxes, bro?
The taxes are 10 and 12. I think let me make sure. I think we might have put an extra 1% on sell just to help buy back a little bit more. So it is 10% buy, 12% sell. But I do believe we're at 13. Yeah, so we did modify it to 13. That extra 1% is pretty much going directly to buyback.
Okay, because Vidar, I think he might actually be from your community, because it's my first time seeing him here today. He said, what is the concept of tax over 10%? Why is that? Isn't that too much? People buy tokens for 10 to 20%.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
So I just had to explain. Yeah. No, he's from ours. So this is something we had discussed before, and it wasn't our filter. I'm not sure if it's still there, because we had our bot guy go in and change a lot of filters and stuff. So when we originally came up with this plan, Tepe actually had the thought of doing 7% buy and sell tax, and me being the strategic person, I was like, hey, at a DGen launching low, I think we need to have a little bit higher. In the first 24 hours, we had like 20%, and then we lowered it. So for the beginning, we are going to be 10, 12, or 10, 13. But as we start crushing these higher market caps, not as we hit them, but as they become the floor, we're going to be lowering the taxes to where we want to get down to that 7%. And if we can get listed on sex exchanges, at that point, this thing will be flying, and I'm sure we wouldn't mind even getting rid of tax completely. We're definitely not opposed to changing that, but we do know, we want our early holders to know, hey, you hold for gold, let us market, let us do what we're doing. We're going to lower the taxes, because as we get higher, we're going to get more volume, especially with the person we're talking about, Acid, who brings massive volume to projects. I would have no problem, limiting and lowering those taxes. But we also got to understand, we're going to bring in some of those people, like Acid was talking about, that just want to come in, pump and dump us. So we want to be able to generate, marketing dollars off of that, be able to buy back and things like that. So over time, I won't give the schedule now. We'll have something, I guess, official or something noted on it. But we will want to get, let's say over $1 million market cap. I'm sure the team and I would have no problem being at 7. You know what I mean? So again, with time, we're gonna continuously tweak things, and we're gonna listen to our community. So if you're a part of our community, you've got a voice. We do polls all the time, so make sure you're in there. If you got suggestions, then let us know.
Yeah, and while you were saying that, one of our admins said which percentage of the tax is going to liquidity, and then you had guy Sensei Peanut Sanjita in here. He said 1.5%. Is that accurate?
I need to confirm because I don't do the taxes.
I
It's
understand, bro.
15% of the transaction. So therefore, on a buy of 10%, it would be 1.5%. On a sell, it's a little higher.
Okay,
Does that
awesome.
make sense? Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, like I said, bro, this like I have nothing but good energy and good vibes that I've received from you. You know, and I'm pretty sure that's going to carry over into the community and the people that support you. You know, like from the other AMA you did, you had a lot of people supporting you too. So I can see you have, you know, some solid people who, you know, generally want to support you because you're, you know, a pretty transparent guy. And like I said, it's going to carry over not only to, you know, your friends, community, and, you know, pretty much any project you're probably involve yourself with, you know, if you just, you know, kind of keep doing things this way. So you have my full support, bro. And, you know, like you said, we're in talks behind the scenes, helping out. You know, I'm going to be helping you push this. You have my full support, and wish you the best of luck. And if you need anything, you know, share it here. Like I, you know, say with any project, but especially with you guys, you know, as cool as we are, especially in the private group, if you need anything pinned, like anytime, bro, just, you can come in here and post it, or one of your guys can come here and post something. If I or one of my main admins sees it, or, you know, one of my main assistants will for sure have it pinned. So just if you ever come in here and post something and you don't see it got pinned, just tag me and I'll make sure to pin it. But yeah, like, you have my full support, and we will for sure be working more extensively on this. So yeah, I just want to be clear to everyone here in the community. He's telling the truth. So I am, you know, kind of helping him push this, and I'm not officially like a team member or anything, but I'm helping him, you know, line up things, like you said, with people that maybe not have worked, you know, with you know, such a new team, you know, in the first place, if it wasn't for maybe them knowing somebody. So with that being said, yeah, like, you guys, if anybody has any questions about the project that weren't answered today, just feel free to refer them to C's. He's pretty active in our chat here. And if he doesn't answer them, just refer them to me and I'll have him answer the questions. With that being said, C's, like I said, I wish you the best of luck. And, you know, my DMs are always open to you or anybody on your team. Do you have anything else you'd like to share with us today before you guys head out?
I do have an outro, but real quick, what was the other person who asked the question? I have Didar, I have Mike Apollo. Who else for the $50?
It was panoramic camera.
Panoramic. I'll just put panoramic. All right, so only 3. That's a good chance to win $50. Should I do?
There was a few other questions, but they were kind of like, oh, and there was another. Did you get the guy from Didar?
Yeah, Didar. Yeah.
Okay.
Taxes.
Godson.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's do 25 and 25. So we'll have 2 winners, and of course the biggest winner here is if you buy a bag. All right, so first one, and make sure you DM me, Crypto C's, your wallet if you win. All right, 25 BUSD going to Panoramic. Good question, Panoramic. DM me your wallet, brother. 25 BUSD. All right, one more. Let's go. Oh, Didar. Look, Didar, you winning. He's always talking about the chat because we always do giveaways and stuff like that. He's like, I never win. He just won like 2 things back to back and then now this. So congrats, man. 25 BUSD to both of you guys. So my closing statement, let me stop sharing my screen so you guys can see me bigger. So my last statement, man, is just, pay attention to teams that are hardworking, that are pushing, that overcome obstacles. We've overcome quite a few obstacles. I had some like top callers lined up that were supposed to call us last week, and like they just stopped responding. They were reading my messages. I was even talking to Acid about it. Acid tried to reach out. They just weren't responding, so between that, the BSC scan being shut down, so an issue with our LP in the first contract, the reload, there's so many things that have been tossed our way, and we continue to keep on pushing. We don't let it get to us. We just keep on pushing, and we're looking to innovate. We're looking to add utility to this as well, and add that to it being a bullish Elon meme token. In this space right now in the bearish market, it's hard to find good teams. And I can guarantee you, man, you can see these bags under my eyes. You can see the activity I have in the chat. You can ask Acid how much I blow him up. I'm probably one of his, like you said, we talk every day and constantly, man. I'm always constantly thinking of things to push the project. So when you find good teams that are willing to push and don't give up easy in this market, pay attention to that. I'm never going to say, buy now, cry later, but look at what the team is doing, look at what the team is developing, and hold on to those good teams, because those good teams are going to go places. So, especially in this space right now, with a bear market and the bull market. I mean, it's, almost everything just hits, just because of the craziness that's going on. But if you're in a project that's in a bear market, that's building, like, that's going to be a gem in the bull market. You know what I mean? So that's my advice for just anyone in this space.
Yeah, bro. And like I said, you have nothing but my best wishes towards your project and your project team. It was nice to get to hear some of their other guys' voices here today as well. But yeah, I will send over this recording of this AMA to you as soon as we end this out. And then, like I said, anything regarding the project, just feel free to share with me. Obviously, we're already doing that. And then let me just go ahead and forward that. I know we got some of the tweets, most recent tweets pinned. But if you were here in the AMA and you want to get involved in this project, I'll repin their chart and their Telegram one more time. So if you heard anything you liked here today, want to support C's, there's the Telegram and their chart right there. So yeah, my full support, and I'll send this over as soon as we close out.
Awesome. I have one last thing for you, brother, because I don't do this with anyone else. I'm gonna do it with you because, like I said, disclosure. We're talking about having Acid come down here to Florida, down to Miami, and us having a bunch of fun and stuff. So like we're definitely getting very close. So what I'll do as well, if anyone from the community has bought since this AMA or has bought because of Acid, you've been a part of his community, send the transactions. I'll do a raffle. I'll give back I'll do like a raffle, so I'll give back your initial BNB if you bought because of this AMA, if you bought because of Acid. Not every single one, like a raffle. So I'll choose maybe depending on how many people bought. Like if there's like 10 people bought, maybe I'll do like 2 or 3, and you'll get your initial BNB back. And that's only for Acid. I'm not going to do that for anyone else just because he's based as fuck.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. So if you guys bought during this AMA, just please notify me, and then I will get all relevant transactions over to C's. So, C's, we should probably put that in writing too, because there may be some people that may not be listening. You know how people pop in and out of AMAs, so
for sure.
Get that in writing, and I'll pin it too.
Yeah, I'll do a raffle, and then I'll have a maximum. Obviously, I don't want to deplete our marketing wallet, but I'll do.
I was say up to like X amount.
Exactly. So we'll get you. We'll get you the finer details. Send the transactions for now. Me and the team will work on it on the back end, and we'll get it sorted out. But I love this community, man. I've been a part of Acid's community for quite some time now. He's helped us get massive gains, and having his full support really means a lot.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. Go ahead.
So sorry. I just like to say I bought in because just on the fact that you just seem so confident, and you're talking about how you should invest in the team, and I can just really, like, you're conveying that message, and it's pretty strong. I didn't even get to listen to the whole AMA, but you just seem very passionate, and it's incredible because a lot of people come into AMAs and they just have no enthusiasm about their own project, and they think they have all the answers, and it just sounds like bullshit. But you're pretty spot on, and I like that. So, moon or dust with me. I won't even put in the transaction because once I put my money in, it's just merely just me being responsible with my own money and putting it where I believe in it. So you got my support.
Thank you so much, Bromo. And I know it's been a while since I've been in a VC with you, but I've been in quite a few with you. I think you've hosted quite a few projects, whether it was AMAs or launch parties or whatnot. I don't know if you recognize my voice, but I've known you for quite some time, for sure.
So I have to say this, Bromo's the GOAT. She taught me everything I know about marketing. Got me
Yeah.
So she's
she's well known. I've known her for quite some time. She's been in quite a few projects like launch VCs and things like that. Who else do I know? But Salty Noodle. So Salty Noodle and Bruma, like I've seen them a lot around the space and in supporting good projects and things. So coming from you again, Bruma, that's a huge vote of confidence. I always come into these AMAs with the attitude of if we can get one solid person, that's good enough for me. So I know we've got quite a few more than that. I know we got more coming, but having someone like you in this space, Bruma, supporting is huge. I can tell you that we're not going to stop. We're going to work our asses off and continue to push. Acid, I know you need some time after this, but let's definitely hop on a call real quick and discuss that last play we talked about, and let's fucking send this.
Yeah, I got you. I was supposed to have a meeting at 5 UTC. So as soon as that ends, I'll hop on a call with you, bro.
Awesome. Let's fucking send it. Zealon to the moon.
I just wanted to say real quick, thanks for having us, Acid. Appreciate your help.
Was someone talking? Did I interrupt you? I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying thanks for having us, bro.
Oh, you were getting lit too? Nah, let's
always.
like I said, let's send this shit though. Let's send this, and like I said, best of luck, C's, and I'll be sending this over right now, brother.
Have a good day.
Later.
Talk to you soon.